we're gonna go live. We're going live, and whilst I'm going live, I'm gonna let's do split screen. What I mean by split screen is have the stream run down one side, so I can see comments on my channel, and then I can have comments on the other side, so I can see what's going on in the chats. Because I'm listening to these videos.
Lost in the high street, where the dogs run, roaming suburban boys. Mother's got a hairdo to be done. She says they're too old for toys. Stood by the bus stop with a felt pen in this suburban hell. And in the distance, a police car to break the suburban spell.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Let's take a ride along with the dogs tonight in suburbia. You can hide along with the dogs tonight in suburbia. Break a window by the town hall, listen as siren screams. There in the distance, like a roll call of all the suburban dreams. Let's take a ride along with the dogs tonight in suburbia. You can hide along with the dogs tonight in suburbia. I only wanted something else to do but hang around. I only wanted something else to do but hang around. It's on the front page of the papers. This is the hour of need. Where's the policeman when you need one to blame the color TV? Let's take a ride along with the dogs tonight in suburbia. You can hide along with the dogs tonight in suburbia, in suburbia, in suburbia. Run with the dogs tonight. You can hide. Run with the dogs tonight. You can hide in suburbia.
No, let's see. Get the thing though. If it's still, yeah, it's still there. Yeah, I can still do it. Wow, and there's only 1 hour 42 minutes to spare. Hello, Lizard. Hoping the music's coming through on the stream. Let me just double check.
Yeah, my life, why don't you, babe? 'Cause you don't really love me. You just keep me hanging
Yeah, that's
on.
coming through now too.
Why don't you, babe? Yeah, my life, why don't you, babe? 'Cause you don't really need me, but you
just some settings there. So if I adjust it down to about there, now my voice should be louder than the music. There we go. Let's have some lights on. That helps. House. That's the one we want to do. Yeah, come on, Henry, mute your Discord. Let me just double check it's not mine. No, it's not mine, it's his. There we go. Okay, right, let's do some driving. It's unusual. Damn, come on. Let's try this again, shall we? I hate this. Right, let's crash into the rear escort and cancel this. Good, I want to. Touch. There we go. Right, let's try this. Try this again. Load checkpoint. Just as a little caveat here. Oh no! Why have you started me here? What am I supposed to do with that? All right. This is a STGO load. It's not a normal load. Because I was going to say I can drive normal loads fine, but these extra wide loads, they're not something just about every lorry driver can do. Oh, let me out! Come on. I can imagine just everyone around is like, oh my god, how is this guy the driver? Come on, let me out. Let me. Right, that's it. Decouple the trailer. I'm gonna get in. Let's get into that van. I'm gonna touch you, I'm gonna touch you, I'm gonna touch you. Right, now I've touched him. Yeah, let's abandon that one. Okay, so now that's abandoned. Let's go and get a service. Because I've damaged the vehicle. Hello. Have I missed it? Let me go forward. Oh yeah, I have missed it. Wrong road. Don't try that at home. Let's get a service. So it's the first job in my career which I've had to abandon due to the checkpoint loading up, putting me into a crap position, really. Oh dear. Let's focus on getting back to the job centre. Stup. Right. Let's see if I can get another job. No, there's none. Bugger. Right, okay. Thanks. Brilliant. Okay, let's do another job. Where was it? Naples. No, that's not the fast travel. is this song?
Paris is calling. Lips closed and blossom like a rose. Lips
Okay.
wide, holding you inside.
I don't like this song.
Kisses hard, kisses deep, a kiss to wake us from our sleep.
No, can you skip this one?
Take your lover by the hand,
Yeah.
speak in tongues and understand. French kissing in the USA. French kissing in the USA. French kissing. French kissing in the USA. French kissing in the USA.
Something which has not stood the test of time, it seems.
Lips are in motion. Paris is calling.
Don't care.
French kissing in the USA. French kissing in the USA. French kissing. French kissing. French kissing. French kissing in the USA. French kissing in the USA. French kissing in the USA. French kissing in the USA.
Oh, thank God that's over with. Whoever the songwriter on that was seemed to be struggling for what to say next. I don't want a recruitment agency. Oh yeah. Da, 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 da. Bow, 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 bow.
You could have a steam train if you just lay down your tracks. You could have an airplane flying if you bring your blue sky back. All you do is call me.
So it's midnight, got to put the lights on. Okay, can I skip past this unskippable cutscene? No.
You could have a big dipper
Dear.
going up and down all around the bends. You could have a thunder car bumping. There's amusement never ends. I wanna be
Sledgehammer, do do.
why don't you
Call my name.
Oh, let me be a sledgehammer. This will be my testimony. Yeah.
Right, so just go forward. So this is more like it. I've just got to drive forward slowly.
Show me round your fruit
No nasty bends up ahead.
'cause I will be your honeybee. Open up your fruit cage where the
to call my name.
You better call the sledgehammer. Put your mind at rest. I'm gonna be the sledgehammer. This will be my testimony. I'm your sledgehammer. Let there be no doubt about it. The sledge. The sledge. The
Red light doesn't apply to me. See? What did I tell you? When you're doing an STGO category, you get to ignore red lights.
Shed my skin. Shed my skin. This is the new stuff. This is the new stuff. I go dance singing. We go dancing. You show for me. Show for me. I will show for you. Show for you. Show for me.
Not sure why that trailer got damaged.
I will show for you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, will I actually be able to make this this incline? Just about.
Gonna feel that power, a little bit of that power. I've been feeling the rhythm. I've been feeling the rhythm. Gonna feel that power, hey, building you. Come on, help me through. Come on, help me through. I've been feeling the rhythm. I've been feeling the rhythm.
Bjarki, well, not that Bjarki can see, but yeah, I'm a millennial.
I'm not proud, I was wrong, and the truth is hard to take. I felt sure we had enough, but our love went overboard. Lifeboat lies lost at sea. I've been trying to reach your shore. Waves of doubt keep drowning me. All the dreams that we were building, we never fulfilled them. Could be better, should be better. Oh, lessons in love. Oh, restless eyes, egos burn, and the mold is hard to break. Now they
Too fast.
We never lived in, could be better.
I'm going to try changing the cameras, just out of curiosity. As soon as I got a nice bit of straight road. Where's my beat? I thought I had beacons in this lorry. I'm going to have to fix that. I'm going to get some beacons installed. Actually, let's have a look at options and keys and buttons. That's what I want. So we've got hazard warnings. No, that's not it. Beacon. Beacon is up or number 7. Alright, let's have a look at that. There we go. That's more like it. Now I've got the disco lights going. We know we're doing it right. How am I going to get... Oh, I'm not sure about this one.
Y'all pretty ladies around the world got a weird thing to show you. So tell all the boys and girls, tell your brother, your sister, and your mama too, 'cause we're about to throw down, and you know just what to do. Wave your hands in the air like
This was 1986?
glide by the
Oh, wow.
people as they
Okay.
stop to look and stare. Do your dance,
I'm older than what I realised.
do your dance quick, mom.
This doesn't seem such an old song today.
What's the word up? Everybody say, when you hear the call, you got to get it underway. Word up. It's the code word. No matter where you say it, you'll know that you'll be heard. Now all you sucker DJs who think you fly, there's got to be a reason, and we know the reason why.
Not sure if Hood or Redneck.
Theirs and act real cool, but you got to realize that you're acting like fools. Give us music, we can use it. We need to dance. We don't have the time for psychological romance. No romance, no romance, no romance for me. Mama, come on, baby, tell me what's the word up? Everybody say, when you hear the call, you got to get it underway. Ow!
I get a feeling that FM synthesis was new in 1986 because this is what 3-4 songs in a row I've heard with FM synth. Very digital sound. Not sure how to explain that. Tunes by Hemi tonight, if you're wondering.
Come on, all you people sing.
Alright, let's just get into it. Nice and relaxed, nice and slow. Disco lights flashing. The way to be. Hemi still hasn't muted his Discord, I see, or I can hear. Eating some chalk, if you're wondering. Mint flavour. Oh, I love this song.
There is freedom within, there is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a
Do 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 do.
lost, but you'll never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over.
This is 1986.
When the world comes in, they come.
I thought this was much later than 86.
There's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today, tales of war and waste, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Now I'm walking again to the beat of a drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Get to know the feeling of liberation and release. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. No, they won't win. Don't let them
Are we slowing down? No, we're not. Fuck well. Why, I don't know. But you don't get any points for crashing into the escort van. So if you're wondering, tunes are provided by Hemi's Big Tunes, 1986. Although I'm wondering about the vintage of some of this stuff. Officer Coon, Officer Keep Darky Down, Officer Self-Hatred. I don't understand how I'm overtaking all these other vehicles. Why is it that They overtake me and then suddenly go, oh, I don't want to go forwards anymore. I'm just going to stop. Let's have a look at some of the other camera modes, shall we? Oh, I don't like that one. That's the you're being chased by police helicopter camera. That's also being chased by police camera. That one is the I'm riding on the top of my roof like a Mad Max. That's the how's my driving? FPS mode. Alright, let's go with this camera mode for a while. I'm not comfortable with this. Or just have the follow cam, yeah, why not? Vroom. Vroom. Let's go back inside, shall we? Still, the external cameras do give me a chance to appreciate the new lighting engine, and yes, I do appreciate that. So, we're coming up to a toll road, which means I need to slow down, getting ready to stop. Yes, I do. Kick him in the nads and he'll cry. Kick him in the nads, Beavis. Kick him in the nads. Yeah. God, drum machines. What a mixed blessing those things were. It was inevitable, really. I've had Donald Trumpet, I've had one HGV. It wasn't a lesson, actually. It was a driving assessment where I drove around for 2 hours with an instructor. I mounted the curb once, and he said, yeah, based on that, we want you to come in for extra training. So I was like, absolutely A-OK with that. I can afford to do such a thing, and I want to, because better safe than sorry. And that's why I saved up loads of money beforehand, because I thought might need more than one stab at this. But that's all that happened, and then house arrest, collective punishment was enacted, so life's been on hold since then, really.
Something
Here's a key change to do the same song but make it last a bit longer. It is the most contrived cliche in songwriter history. You just change the key, so that way you can have the same lyrics and song over and over again. And I really hate it, and I can't think of one example where the key change was actually good. It's just the same shit over again. And really, honestly, I mean, if you've run out of stuff to do in your song, then just like go, you know what, doesn't need to be 3 minutes long. Why not have a 1 minute long? There's something about stirring in this which it's 99% of the way there, but it's not 100%. And I think it's also the situational awareness. I mean, in real life, you don't have to have like these heads-up display units for mirrors, because you can just easily tilt your head back and forth to look in the mirrors.
And she was lying in the grass, and she could hear the highway breathing, and she could see a nearby factory.
Mirrors every 10 seconds at first, checking the back wheels, and eventually becomes second nature. You know, my dad was a driving instructor for the police, and he remembers when he was getting his driving instruction, he thought it was excessive, but the police were saying, really, we want you to be mirror, mirror, mirror forward. So 3/4 of your time looking in the mirror and 1/4 looking forward. Don't know. Reversing an Arctic is easier than a trailer or caravan. Interesting. Please keep the cargo between the escort vehicles. Oh, it's complaining that I'm hogging both lanes. Oh, sharp right coming up ahead. Okay, we're going to straddle that lane because it is a wide trailer and I do not want to clip the Armco barrier. I don't want to clip the Armco barrier. I don't want to... I said I don't want to clip the Armco barrier. I just scrape it. Oops. Oopsie doopsies. Lesson learned, a wider circle in the future. Like the one coming up. At least no harm done to the trailer. Oh, those lampposts are close. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Polizzi man, but I had to mount that roundabout. Red light doesn't apply to me, not when you're doing STGO cargo. Wide circle. Try not to touch the Alfa Romeo. But up to that point, all of the road is mine. I need all of it, every single inch. Don't hit the cars, don't hit the cars. Didn't hit the cars. Yeah, that's a synth brass. Oh dear. No one can blow air like that. So let's bring it into its destination. Hey ho, here's me with my trailer. Bringing it past these barriers, down this twisty turny road. Fuck, what I've clipped? What have I clipped? No trailer damage, so obviously it's an invisible wall. You start to find where invisible walls are in this game when using extra buy trailers.
How many lies have taken your money? Your mother said you should bet. Who has the fun?
No prizes for guessing who that one is, but I have my suspicions. I think I know who it is.
If you work too hard, you can sweat.
Oh, Skippy Tits.
There's always the sun. Always, always.
Hey, there's my destination. Gonna put the trailer where it belongs, right in the middle of the road. That's where I'm gonna unload it. That's where they want me to go. Ping pong ching chong ching chong.
It's not like the politicians and the leaders when they do things by heart.
That voice sounds familiar. Who is it?
Who gets the job? Pushing the knob. That sort of responsibility you draw straws for if you're mad enough.
I know that voice. Who's singing this?
There's always the sun.
Is it the guy from the Pet Shop Boys? Yeah.
There's always the sun. There's always the sun.
Can I get to Brussels in time? Who knows? What I do know is, I think I'd like a beer. I'm gonna alt-tab just for a minute. Who's this singing? Is it one of the blokes from Pet Shop Boys? Question mark.
There's always the sun. There's always the sun.
Right, I'm gonna be right back. I need a drink.
There's always the sun. There's always the sun. Always, always. There's always the sun. There's always the sun.
Come on, baby, dry your eyes, wipe your tears. Never like to see you cry. Won't you please forgive me? I would have never tried to hurt you. I just needed someone to hold me, to fill the void while you were gone, to fill the space of emptiness. I'm only human, of flesh and blood I'm made. Human, born to make mistakes. So many nights I long to hold you. So many times I looked and saw your face. Nothing could change the way I feel. No one else could ever take your place. I'm only human.
Okay. Oopsie doopsie. Looks like the music's just stopped. Alright, so I will start driving, but I want some music first, so let's just fire up the Telegram, go on to the 37 chat. And where's part 2? Question mark. By the way, I am driving. If you want to watch lorries whilst listening to Hemi's tunes, and so let's copy the link out and share it into the chat. Let's do that. Okay, and I got to update the thumbnail. Get on D-Live like a proper nationalist. Oh yeah, that's a good call actually. There's my Discord. And in the so let's just go play Love Can Turn Me Round. Let's have that. Whoops. Ah. Yep, this is the one. And I'm gonna have my own music until Hemi figures out his thing. Alright, so that's a bit of music going. It's really all about the heavy drinking, isn't it? I'm not heavy drinking, I'm just having a bit of rum and Kinney. Right. So let's get driving. Oh, I just realised I need to do the thing. I don't really like this song. Nah. Actually, let me do a search. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Never mind, sorry. And then Trip to Moon Part 2. And then Trip to Moon Part 3. And then right. So now we got some not tunes from 1986, sorry, just tunes what I feel like listening to. So right, let's get it back on the road, shall we? What am I doing? I'm having a look at the sound levels and I'm thinking that can go up. There we go. That can go up now. Alright, okay, let's get going. Let's get driving. Brum brum brum. I want to do another STGO. Or shall I do an external contract? Let's just do an external contract. Let's just do that. Let's see. I want to do it as price per distance. So, what's the most profitable thing I do? Train undercarriage. All the way to Dresden. That's a bit long. No. Hey, that's more like it. Yep, I'll do. That's a nice drive. I'll do that one. Oh yeah, sure a lot of you are familiar with rum and coke. The Maltese. By the way, in Malta, when they open up on June the 1st, I've gone down the wrong road, it's an invisible wall. They're going to offer a €200 bursary to all tourists to encourage tourism back into the island archipelago. And from that, it means if you go to Gozo instead of Malta, they'll give you €220. So, yeah, nice. I'm definitely thinking of going. And just to get myself in the mood, some Kinney with rum. Right, let's just weave my way out of here. There we go. And I got to go this way. Oh, I remember the first time I heard this, the way it set the hairs up on the back of my neck, I was just like, that song is dark. I like it. It's dark like my soul. No escape indeed. Right, there's a trailer full of fuel oil. If I'm right, I think this uses a sample from Moonraker. Because let's face it, the music in James Bond is brilliant. At least it was brilliant. Roger Moore era had the best music of all the James Bond films. I'm willing to fight anybody on that. Okay. There we go. What's the chat saying? Finished. I think it'd be my perfect job. I love driving, listening to podcasts, Hobbits and Hemmings tunes all day. Can't be a bad way to make a living. Pay isn't great, £10 an hour average, £12 with an agency. More at the weekend, I'm getting £17 tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't really care too much about the pay. As long as it's enough to keep a roof over my head, and it's a job which I can do. Right, some are... Okay, what the hell's going wrong? How? What? Oh. I haven't finished coupling the trailer, right. I didn't know you could actually do that. What you got in the call box? Rum and Cokes. Close. I have Kinney and Coke. Because like I said, I'm in the mood to go to Malta, so the national soft drink there is Kinney. Best way I can describe it, think of an orangey tonic water. It's bitter, it's sweet, and this is the, I'm sure this is Moonraker, this bit. I've never been able to do that before. I've never been in a situation where it's like, oh, you've only half coupled the fifth wheel. So I've probably damaged the what is it, the Kingpin? Unfortunately, my terminology is not that good, which is why I always keep failing the theory tests. Well, that's a fucking bugger, that is. I get all the vehicle weights wrong, and also the working time directives as well. Like, I know you're supposed to have an 11-hour rest between days. But it's less if you're doing like a 2-man crew, and that rest can be reduced. I think it's twice a week. Yeah, I really struggle with those tests. So I just got to keep on doing them, because unfortunately it's all new territory for me. It's unfamiliar, and it doesn't quite go in. I'm not a fast learner, but I will do it. I know I will get there. It's just because, I mean, I'm getting to the point in my life now where it's like I don't actually want to do anything else, and I've got job opportunities in the previous industry I was in. But considering the amount of stress that was involved in that, it's like I don't actually want to go back into that business at all. People seem to think, oh yeah, but you're good at sales and customer negotiations and supplies and logistics. And like, yeah, I want to drive a lorry. I just want to drive a lorry. I just want to get my foot down, put the speed limiter on, and just have a nice drive. Why does 70 feel really fast? Or am I getting slower? Isn't it supposed to be like, the drunker you are, the more confident you feel? I don't feel confident. Mind you, I'm not that drunk. I've only had one drink and I've not even finished that. Let's see, I think I'm going this one. Yeah, okay. Lots of pertinent advice in the chat, which, if I was to read, would cause me to... tell you what, I'll read it. I know I've got a ferry crossing coming up at some point, so when I'm safely pulled over, I'll read the comments. But for the moment, just let's just enjoy the trip to the moon, shall we? I can't believe I was able to scrape the trailer without it being properly coupled. I think that's a new feature they put in the game. I've never seen that happen before. Usually it's a case of, oh, you're not coupled? Well, then the tractor detaches from the trailer. Simple as. Okay. Let's get up to 80. There we go, there's 80. Oh, and I just realised this is not heavy load, so let's lift up the auxiliary axle. Right, now, what are they saying? Sales is rough, man. I did it for a year, and that's all I could take of it. Yeah, it was a mixture of sales and logistics and, like, tard wrangling, because the staff were... I don't want to say stupid, but... oh, put it this way, when I had some guys over from another factory, that one's closed for some reason, okay. And they were saying, could you describe the stuff? And I was describing the stuff, and then I mentioned one of them, who did most of the work actually. And I said, you can only really focus on one thing at a time. And when my old boss was there, I was just like, mate, don't do what you're about to do. I know every day you want to start and you want to like machine gun off like 30 different points, but just give them all to me, and let me disseminate them amongst the workers. And otherwise, because if you try and tell this guy to do like more than one thing, he'd just go on a meltdown and he'd go off somewhere to smoke a spliff and then come back and just like he'd just carry on with whatever he was doing last time. And then so the other guy says, "Oh yeah, I never mentioned that he smoked drugs at work." Because it's like I'm not going to put him in the shit. But anyway, he said, "Oh yeah, he's a oncer." What? He's a oncer. He's like, once you tell him to do something, he'll do it, but don't expect him to do more than that one thing. Yeah, pretty much. And this is the thing about being resourceful. You have to make do with the resources you've got. But honestly, the business got taken over, and I said this before. Probably said it before. I just got fed up with having to deal with upper management and explain, like, the reason I'm ordering 2,000 bolts is because we use 500 a month. Now, if you like, I could order 500, but then next month we'll be doing this, and seeing as it takes you at least 4 weeks for me to order stuff, by which point I need 1,000 bolts, if I order 2,000 bolts, you won't hear from me for 3 months to 4 months. Why are you ordering firewood? Because the factory is heated with a stove. It takes fire as fuel. It takes wood to fuel the fire to keep the place warm, so that the workers are able to work. Because if it's below 18 degrees, I shut down. And then they say, "Why are you shutting down the factory?" So I took them a video showing, like, we had this thermometer for measuring various temperatures in the machines to make sure that they're passing quality checks. And I was like, right, there we go. Here's my office, it's 14 degrees. Here's the factory, it's 2 degrees. That is breaking the law. We can't work unless it's 18 degrees. Please honour the invoice for the logs, because without them, can't heat the place up. And if I can't heat the place up, I'm instructing the workers to go elsewhere. Oh, you're telling people not to work? I'm telling them not to break the law. You don't want to be held criminally responsible for breaking the law, do you? You don't want a criminal lawsuit. They're expensive. And it's trying to explain to, like, upper management, like, I'm not just like buying stuff willy-nilly. I'm doing it because you've tasked me with managing this fucking factory. A job which I never even signed up for doing, by the way. But when the old boss left because he got bought out, I was the only one who knew the ins and outs of the systems, and they were like, "Hey Hobbit, you're the only one that knows how to do this job, can you do it?" Do I get a pay raise? No. Alright, well, I'm doing this until you find someone to replace me. Okay. And then the plague happened, and I was like, oh, you know what, fuck you guys, I'm working from home now. And then it's like, oh yeah, but we want you to go into the factory. I'm like, no, it's not happening, fuck off. It's not that I cared about the plague. I missed going in and chatting with the guys. It's just, I was like, no, I'll work from home, and you can pay me to work from home the same rate that you're paying me before. Because, yeah. And then I got P45. And it's alright because at the time I'd been saving up, because it's like, I need to do something less stressful, like lorry driving. Because I swear the reason I've lost my gallbladder is that fucking job. I lost the battle with trying to get rid of gallstones naturally, and unfortunately they were too fucking large, and I had to get rid of, just had to get my organ amputated. So yeah, I was just feeling up the scars as I was talking. So that's why I want to be a lorry driver. I want to do a job which I know I can do, which can take me places, especially on the continent. And that's what I want to do. It's a job which I know I can do. Once I pass the ridiculous theory, I mean, just got to jump through hoops and eat shit. And find someone to pull over and rest. Well, I haven't seen any service stations yet. KPI is not very Hobbit-like. No, oh, that's an emergency refuge area. That's not a place I can rest. Yeah, the job wasn't me. I mean, probably the best bit of the job. There's a video on my channel called Polishing and Laving, and nobody wanted to go in the paint shed because bumblebee nest is in there. It's like, yeah, they might sting you. They might, but. So the thing is, I could quite happily be in there, and I could smoke, I could do what I liked, and no one bothered me. And there's like, what's Hobbit? Oh, he's in the paint shed. Oh, I see. Doesn't he know bumblebees are there? Yeah, he knows bumblebees are there. Well, they might sting him. Yeah. They were the most peaceful creatures ever. They never bothered me. Like, I'd open the door, their nest was just below the door, and then they'd wake up, buzz around, buzz outdoors, but they didn't even, like, fly in front of my face. They were well-behaved creatures. I like those I miss those bumblebees. I do. And I miss using the lathe as well. Like, there would be occasionally times where, like, we're making an item of furniture for a customer. I can't get into specific details, so suffice to say, it was a type of furniture. And the fittings were going on, and we get the fittings from a subcontractor who turn brass, and turn out bits of brass and aluminium. And I look at them and it's just like, oh, that's a bit rough, I can do better than that. So I put them on the lathe, and I'd use... Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, that is really good. I'm driving through Italy, heading towards Sardinia. I've got terminal lights on. And so yeah, I'd stick the bits, the cylindrical bits on the lathe. And you can see in the video, it's just turn it around, use some Scotch-Brite, use polishing compound, and then suddenly you got like very nice bright and shiny bits. And then there's even be occasionally like times where someone in the factory was not naming names once, but they dropped stuff. Yeah, actually it wasn't him, actually most of the time it was the ex-boss that was dropping stuff and scratching it. And he's like, oh, we can't use that. I was like, what are you talking about? Of course we can use it. You just got to restore it. It's a scratch. Oh, well, how are you going to get rid of the scratch? It's like, oh yeah, I mean, it's not as if you worked for... oh god, I can't mention the company. But anyway, suffice to say, using some sandpaper, I'd get the scratches out of the thing. Then it'd be all rough, so I'd use finer grits of sandpaper to make it smoother. And then I'd use Scotch-Brite or polishing compounds, and it'd be not good as new, better than new, better than when we got it from the factory. I mean, I was particularly proud because we had a plate. This item of furniture had an arm on it, and I'm being very vague because unfortunately it's so niche that if I told you there's like a few hundred people in that industry at best. So if I mentioned who I was, where I was working, what I did, the detail, it'd just be too obvious. There was an arm, and then there was like, it was incompatible with the item of furniture, so I made an adapter plate from it, from a beat up piece of aluminium. I mean, this was pitted, it was everything, and they was like, oh, you'll never be able to do it. I said, why not? We got all the tools here. Yeah, but you're not a machinist. And I said, so? Well, what if you injure yourself? Well, then it's my fucking fault, and I'm not suing anybody, and I'll learn the lesson, won't I? And that actually happened to me once. I was using a chop saw, and the piece of plywood I was holding exploded in my hand, and I've still got a scar to this day in my index finger from that accident. But anyway, took the aluminium, I used a routing bit, and machined it into the correct shape. Then I scoured the surface, no, not a routing, a milling machine. milled out the correct surface on top of it. I just scraped off like a few microns from the top. Then used sandpaper. Then, oh, it was brilliant. I managed to figure out, it's like, hey, if I put this this thing on, this plate on a piece of scrap wood, and then I've got countersunk screw holes in it already, and I can just do that, and it means I won't be using my hands on it. And I that piece of aluminium, I got to a mirror finish. I put it into a thin coat of lacquer as well, because I thought to myself, I know what aluminium's like. It oxidizes very quickly, so I put it into... And the customer was amazed. He said, "This is aluminium, right?" I said, "Yeah." "How did you get a mirror finish on it?" I said, "A lot of polishing." I said, "Yeah, but it doesn't feel like..." And I said, "Yeah, what you're feeling there, sir, is the lacquer coat. If you like, I could take the lacquer off and I could give it the brushed aluminium." He said, "No, I like it. It's unique. It's brilliant. All my friends have been saying this is great. Who did this? Can you get me one?" Oh, and the other thing I did in that job as well was technical drawing. Never done technical drawing in my life. Can't draw a straight line with a ruler. But the boss was struggling to design a bespoke piece of... bespoke adapter plate, basically. And I said to him, "Alright, let's not use his name. Bob has given me the dimensions, what it needs to be, what the maximum minimum is to be. Give me, give me over the weekend. I'll draw something up." And then I did. I drew it up, and then I gave the dimensions to the. We used a subcontractor to give us plates of aluminium, and yeah, got them through, and it was great. And yeah. So I just started, all I was in that place was just the secretary. All I was supposed to do was write invoices, send them out to customers, do the emails, and then just more and more things. Just like said, "Look, no, you're struggling with that. You're going to be there all month if you're an interrupter trying to draw there. Let me have a go." And I did it because I realised if I didn't, my boss wouldn't be able to do it. And there's things I feel really proud about that, but which came to nothing. Well, it didn't came to nothing, it just is the fact that I've got that problem-solving ability, so that will carry through with me in the rest of life. So, as much as I can feel bitter about, like, oh, all my hard work came for nothing, because in the end, the company got brought up and the new management killed it all, killed all those decades of tradition, whatever, what fucking ever, it doesn't matter. Still got a lot of emotions about that. There's a lot of me invested in that industry, but that's why I want to do lorry driving. I just want to do something which... Oh, yeah, okay. I was just listening to this, it's like, I don't remember putting this on. What's this? And it's like, it's Real Love by the Time Frequency. So... Some skippy fucking tits has skipped through my music selection. Cunt. Right. Okay. Let's see. I have to put some more tunes in it now. Let's go for... and, right, so have that on. And then... What I have... Oh, I know. Okay, that's not what I wanted, but that will do, actually. So what we got? What country is this? Who did if I'm down. I used to attend KPI meetings every Monday for a financial services firm. So many pension insurance policies have you sold this week? Not many, lol. Manual labour's truly satisfying. Skippy tits. You want to do a good job, pal. I know the feeling. I've saved thousands of pounds for my ex-boss maintaining and mending machines. All I used to get is, you're not fixed that, you're up yet, hurry up. Yeah, no, really. I mean, like, there was an example of, like, getting all of the records into a database, and if only they knew I actually managed to get help from a neo-Nazi on the internet. And he just says, hey, yeah, use this macro, it will do what you want. You can look at the source code yourself. What it's doing here is just all those fields you've got there, it will put into this spreadsheet, and it will make it easy to search with. So my boss was willing to hire his accountant and a bunch of the accountant's employees at, it would have cost thousands and thousands of pounds because they'd have had to type up each record by hand. And I managed to do that in the space of about not even half an hour. Didn't get a thanks, didn't get a pint, didn't get it was just like, hey, you know that thing you're asking for, that thing that cost you thousands of pounds, yeah? I've just done it. Yeah, I figured out a way of doing it, and it's done. Would you like to see it? Oh no, you just want the results. Okay, there's the results. And the thing is, I understand this because the guy I was working with was a psychopath, and gratitude was, well, he couldn't express it. Like, for example, we had this subcontractor in, and he did, I would say, the amount of work he did was not to be underestimated, put it that way. And he was a brilliant guy. I mean, he was the sort of guy that was machining nuclear fuel rods. Let's put it that way. This guy was a competent individual. Mercurial, absolutely mercurial. And I said to him, because he was complaining once, he says, your fucking boss has never once said thanks, ever, for any of the work I did. You realise that item of furniture, the one which has got his name on it, the one which is famous, the one which your dad, your uncle, University of Oxford, all that work on, you realise that that machine wouldn't exist if it wasn't for my work. And I said, yeah. And he's never once said gratitude. I said, yeah, I realise that, but, you know, there is a way he expresses his gratitude. It's not with words, it's the fact that he pays us. Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. I did say to us, like, look, you realise, our boss, I mean, if you're a subcontractor, it's not your boss, but it's like the guy you're contracted to do work for is a psychopath. And so, well, how do you figure that one out, by the way? Well, here's all of the signs and symptoms of a psychopath. One of the things is absolutely no remorse and no guilt. Yeah, that describes him. No, he's a charismatic psychopath because, like most high-functioning psychopaths, they figured out how to work in society. My ex-boss was a salesman. He would do the absolute shit jobs in his business, and when he was with my dad, they were somewhere, Netherlands or Germany or somewhere like that. And ex-boss was using some self-depreciating humour. My dad thought, this guy here, he never uses self-depreciating humour. He always thinks so highly of himself. And he's like, hey, what should we call this guy? Hey, guy, that's you learned that, didn't you? He says, yeah, my old boss told me that. I said, yeah, that's not you, is it? He said, no, I can turn it on when I want to. He said, exactly, that was the thing. He could turn on the charisma on and off like a light switch. Human emotions were saying he'd studied in a book. Not studied in a book, he'd studied them from other people. It's weird dealing with psychopaths because you realise, like, no, I'm autistic, and I don't get emotions, but I do like. I mean, I get emotions, but the fact is, emotions for me, they are. There's something which I can get wrong quite easily. But for a psychopath, they're not human. That's what I mean. When someone says inhumane, when they say psychopathy, it's because it's one of those things they study. They study to see how to manipulate people. And I think that's what I experienced with him. And I've worked with a number of psychopaths before, actually. Some of them can be quite dangerous. Yeah. Unpredictable as well. Different from a narcissist, by the way. Psychopathy and narcissism often overlap, but they are two different disorders. But anyway, all of that's in the past now, and all of the the invitations I've had to say, hey Hobbit, we realise what you actually did for your previous company. Do you want to come work for us? Here's the thing. They're asking me to relocate to other parts of the country. I was like, I'm glad that's all behind me. I really am. My ex-boss was full-on con artist. To be honest, it makes me wonder about humanity. Has literally fucked everyone over, and someone managed to build a functioning business. Yeah. I did turn the tunes down, but you know what? Let's enjoy it just for the last stretch. There we go. We can have this on in the background. Let's get it forward, shall we? Let's get this. Prior to working in that business, I was quite happy doing a cash and hand job, delivering chinkies, and I really liked it. Really liked that job. But then I took on the other job. Initially it was an agreement between my old boss and my dad. It's saying, look, my son needs he needs to do some national insurance contributions, or his in-home revenues to be how do you support yourself all this time? So the idea is I was coming once or twice a week just to help me out. But that tamed into, oh, actually you're really useful. Can you come in here 5 days a week? I said no. Then I started doing 3 days a week. Then I started doing 4 days a week. Then sometimes I was doing 5 days a week. And I was oh, can you come in on Saturday? There's still a lot of work to be done. It's yeah, that's work for next week. I'll pay you. It's don't care. I actually have a life outside of work. I know it sounds strange, but I don't just exist at work. I'm not you. It's not my business. I come in, I'm an employee. That was a difficult concept to explain. But anyway, that's all behind me now. I really love that chinky joint. I just couldn't do it though, because I was working. I was getting up at 7 in the morning, so I could drive 2 hours to get to work. 2.5 hours, 2.25 on a good day, to get to and from work. And I was working sometimes up to midnight, doing the chinky job, which means if I've been working that time, not STGO, I've actually got respect for my voice now. And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't wind down in time. It's okay, so I finish work at 12, I've got to start work at 7, wake up at 7, and it takes me at least 2 to 3 hours to wind down. I've had to pack it in. So I did. And I regret that to this day. I loved that job. It was nice, it was simple, I was effectively my own boss, and it was a simple task. It was here's food, deliver it to customers, bring back the money, make sure you get the right money. And yeah. So I asked about friends. I said, well, what about like these drivers, like the ones that do vans and stuff for Sainsbury's and Cargo? And they said, yeah, the problem with that is they'll say, oh yeah, you do a 10-hour shift, but it can easily turn to 16 hours, especially if you don't know where the customers are, and you've got to go into the shop and pick all the items up as well. It's not a good job. No. Whereas with lorry driving, it's more regimented than that. So I thought, well, I may as well do it. I mean, I enjoy doing it in the simulator, and I enjoy doing it in real life. So yeah, I'm going to get my Part C eventually. I'm going to get my Part A, and going to save up some money. Might go to Belgium, might go to Ireland, might go anywhere. Because Lord would be my oyster. I can live in a van. Or a tent. Oh yeah. Well, at least I won't be living in a pod in Bug City. So we've done this ferry trip to Sardinia, that's it. The one above it's Corsica. So let's do this fuel ride to the people there. Had plenty of piss bottles. Friends, the first day on this job was given some Bogra on the bucket. He said, what's this for? And they said, fuel figure. So I understand that, yeah, you get like a 15-minute break, then a half-hour break every 4.5 hours. But sometimes it's not practical. You can't always do it. So it makes sense to have something you can have wheels in. I've got a friend, all he's doing is he's working like, he works 30 hours on the weekend, and that's all he does. He just like does 30 hours a week on the weekend, the rest of the week is free, and he's getting decent pay because he's for Royal now, so he's getting £17 an hour. He says, I've got the rest of the week free, I can focus on my music, I can do what I like. He says, well, that's great, that's what I want. So that's one of the things I had about the job, because after doing like 2.5 hours of drive, especially back to Russia, I was mentally exhausted. And that's one of the things I loved when I quit my job, because I got the synthesizer, and I actually had the creative energy to make some music. And it's something I actually want to be doing, help me creative now some time. I can't force it, I just have to accept it and come back to me when it's ready to. This is Andy C in the mix. When I finish the stream, because I want to listen to it again, I'll post a link in the chat so you can carry on listening when I'm finished. Because after this job, this is about as much driving as I want to do. I was trying to find, I had like a 1998 mix CD by Andy C, Brand Records, and one of the songs on it was called Foul Mouth. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Foul Mouth, but if you are, you know what I'm on about. And I miss hearing that song. Oh, it says 15 minutes. Let's put off the or rather, just speed on the cruise control. I'm not used to that. Winston. Yes. Something that I thought was window washing Winston. Let's overtake this Volvo. Hey, let's give him a break. Look at, is that a river? Is that the sea? I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful. Let's just make you wake up and test to see if the brakes are still working. I'm going to drop my FPS there, it's gone down to 52. Get 6. I mean, whenever someone says, oh, the human eye can only perceive 24 frames a second, that's a load of bollocks. They interpolate those frames 48 times a second. Because if it was 24 frames a second, you'd see the flicker. So they effectively play both scenes twice. But I noticed when it dipped from 60 to 52. Oh, I wish my subwoofer was working. I'm sure my neighbours wouldn't appreciate that. Alright, so when it's 24 frames a second, that means like if you have like a film, there is 24 frames every second, but it's interpolated, so each scene is, it's not, they don't just show you the scene once, which would be what, 16 milliseconds? What's 1 second divided by 24? They don't show you 1/24th of it. What they should do is they show you for 1/48 of a second, stop, and then show you another time. So there's a little bit of black in between, and that way it doesn't look like it's split. So this idea that the human eye can't see anything faster than 24 frames is bollocks. The human eye can't see anything below. Actually, that would be a very good question. When is it that you can noticeably start? When do you noticeably start to see the individual frames? I think it actually depends on who the person is, what state they're in. Because I know when I've been on certain drugs, that reality starts to look quite crazy. Oh, dear. There's a time and place like this, 40s, 20s. because it says you can do 70, it doesn't mean do 70. I don't like this modern trend with drum and bass where they slow it down to do this bit. Don't like it at all. Back in my day, we never slowed it down. So, what is the name of this? It's called Andy C 1 and 4 strings. So let's copy the link and paste it there. There you go. Click on that because I am ending the stream. Good.